In this video, you'll learn how to make your very own vegan honey using wildflowers. It's time to learn and grow together, starting now. The recipe, timestamps, and more can be found in the description or in the pinned comment. To start this recipe off, I want to give credit where credit is due. I was inspired to make this by YouTube creator Emmy Made in Japan. She followed a recipe verbatim, but I'll be adding my own twist and scaling it down about a quarter. To begin, I needed to find the right kind of flowers. On a hot sunny day, I set out to forage what the recipe called for: red clover, white clover, and rose petals. When hunting for any wild ingredient, it's important to make sure to look in areas that do not use pesticides, because that can be poisonous. I found white clover easily everywhere, but the red clover was nowhere to be found. It was a frustrating experience. I explored all over my town while the sun beat down. Keeping my hopes high, I made sure to gather lots of different flowers, not knowing if any of them would be helpful. Eventually, relief came in the form of a storm. The sky got cloudy and winds picked up while I was exploring a neat little meadow, and seemingly all my frustrations melted away. I realized it was a beautiful spot, and no matter what, I still found enough flowers to get the job done. After leaving that meadow, I decided to go home. I noticed some prairie restoration and decided to give it one more look for that red clover. Initially, I found some dried up and dead flowers, which was a little disappointing, but I kept exploring. And behold, I found some purple colored hope just a little bit deeper. It was exciting, and I was thrilled to have found what I was hunting for. Even if you don't plan to make this recipe, I'd highly recommend exploring your hometown for wildflowers. The last thing I needed were roses, and those were given to me by a helpful friend. Now let's get to the cooking. In a medium saucepan, heat 3/4 cup of water, 1/4 teaspoon of orange blossom water. I was able to find mine at a specialty herb store. You don't really need it for this recipe, but I'll link it in the description if you'd like to order some. After that, add in 1.5 pounds of raw organic sugar and 1/4 teaspoon of alum. Bring this mixture to a boil on high heat and then reduce down to a simmer for 10 minutes. After that time is up, scrape away any scum that you see from the top. Next, it's time to add our lovely flowers. Add in 9 white clover blossoms, 4 red clover blossoms, 5 rose petals, and 4 daisy blossoms. Most of what I found on my adventure wasn't suitable for cooking, but I discovered daisies are common in teas. Allow the mixture to steep for 10 minutes before storing in a jar. A little tip: if your honey seems too thick, you can reheat it in the jar and add a little bit of water and then shake it up and allow it to cool again. It looks like peanut butter and honey toast is back on the breakfast menu. Your vegan, Beeless honey is here. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up so that it can grow and help more people. What is your favorite sweetener? Also, if you're new to the Veggie Nerd, my name is Eric. I'm a vegan chef that makes diet-restricted content with an occasional nerdy twist. To empower your self-care through cooking, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on a future video. Our cooking adventures don't have to stop here. To see how I made some vegan mousse stuffed strawberries, click the video on the screen now to check it out. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thank you.